Hello, hello, my illuminated souls. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get a message for the Gemini collective. So what's going on with Gemini at this time? What are the strongest energies around our Geminis? What messages do they need to know? What information do they need to know that could bring them any type of clarity or insight into their current situation? So we're going to pull 3 cards and begin our reading. So one more time. You know, you got to shuffle till it feels right. All right. So the overall energy is the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands can be coming together. It can be collaborating. It can be celebrations. It can be engagements, proposals, all types of good energy, right? But there's also this underlying energy behind it. Like I said, some people don't go past the bottom card energy, but I like to kind of see what's peeking behind it because it gives you a little bit more insight sometimes. So this is a great card. It has great energy, but there's like this shadow behind it, right? So there may be some toxic behaviors, toxic patterns, toxic people, you know, some negative energy around your current situation. You know, while you're trying to build things and grow and progress and move forward, there could be others in your energy, kind of like crabs in a barrel, you know, pulling you down that don't want to see you do better. You know, sometimes people get a mental image of you in their head, and no matter how much you grow or change or learn, it's like they can't get past that because it's like a part of them wants to see you remain small, you know? So just be aware of that. You know, don't focus on it and don't feed into it for sure. But just be aware of that because everybody around you is not always happy. Even though they smile for you, they're not always happy seeing you celebrate, right? So our first card is this 9 of Discs, or our 9 of Pentacles. So Pentacles are about wealth, abundance. The 9 of Pentacles is like independence, standing on your own. You know, you're building foundations, you're stepping into your own, you're coming into things. You know, that's going to attract people. When they see you doing better and they see you leveling up, that's going to attract people. Some people, you know, they want to support you. They want to be there for you. And some people, they want a piece of that. And some people just flat out don't want to see you happy, right? So there's all kind of things going on right now. But the more that you ground yourself and you stay secure in who you are and you continue to build and move forward, none of that will matter. Like none of that chatter, none of that outside, you know, energy will even reach your inner sanctum if you just continue to focus on you. And then we have the 8 of Discs. And this ties into what I said, you know, working on yourself, building, growing, building your foundation. You know, this is 4 of Wands, 4 equal sides, 4 solid, stable, you know, structures to build your foundation upon. So this is just telling you, you know, your wealth and your abundance, all this relies on you and your inner world and the energy that you put forth into it, right? Because you reap what you sow. So if you're trying to sow an abundant harvest, you know, if you're trying to reap an abundant harvest, I should say, you want to be sure that you are sowing those seeds, right? And then we have the 10 of Discs, the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a great energy. Like the 10s are like completions, the ends of cycles. They are also like a level of attainment. Once you get to a 10, like that's the, you know, the 1 is the beginning and the 10 is like the end. Not the end because there's also court cards or whatever, but pertaining to what we're saying, you know. So this is just saying, focus on yourself, stay grounded, continue working, putting in that effort, sowing those seeds, and you will come into your abundance, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles, we also see the family here. This isn't just wealth and abundance and material things. This is also, things that your soul is longing for: family, structure, stability, community. This doesn't have to be just, family doesn't have to be just loved ones or romantic situations that turn to families. Family is who you choose to have in your life and who you have around you, right? So as long as you're discerning about the people that are around you and you're aware that there are those people who don't have good intentions, and not focusing on them, you can focus on those who do have good intentions for you, those who do love you, who do want to see you progress, right? And that is your tribe. That is your community. That is your family, your spiritual family, right? So I see this as a good energy. And I see that it all depends on you. Nobody can keep you from this. Nobody can stop this from coming to you. The only way they can is if you allow it. But if you're aware that those people are out there, if you're aware that those, situations exist, you can be ready for them and be discerning and be able to make good decisions for you and your future moving forward, right? Because you have so much abundance coming to you. But it's up to you and what you do, right? Are you going to let these people keep you from your destiny and keep you off your path? Or are you going to ignore the outside, stimulations and the outside energies and just focus on you and moving forward so that you can, reap this harvest, this abundance, right? So thank you for tuning in. I look forward to reading for you again, and I'll see you later.